Israel emergency. Female pilot of US F-16 fighter jet takes off crazy 2 at full speed. Call sign Valkyrie. The desert sky was eerily calm, painted in crimson and gold as the sun dipped behind the jagged horizon. But beneath the surface, beneath the quiet hum of radar stations and satellite feeds, a storm was building, one that would change the course of international politics and personal destinies alike. Captain Alex Valkyrie Monroe had always been different. The first female pilot in her squadron to complete combat missions over hostile territory, she wasn't interested in making history, just doing her job. But this mission was something else. This time, it wasn't just about orders. It was about survival. An urgent alert had been sent from an Israeli Defense Command outpost. A rogue faction had seized control of a top-secret missile silo just 10 miles outside Beersheba. The intel said the faction wasn't just local militia. This was a coordinated, foreign-backed strike with advanced tech. The kind of operation that didn't just destabilize a region, it could trigger global war. Valkyrie, your bird's fueled. Go full afterburner the second you, Colonel Jensen from the ops deck. You're our fastest pilot and we need you eyes on before we scramble anyone else. Alex zipped up her G-suit, eyes hard, jaw set. Roger that. The F-16 Falcon roared like a beast as Alex taxied onto the tarmac of the U.S. airbase near the Negev Desert. Ground crews scrambled out of the way. She felt the tension in her spine. Her mind was a whirlpool, not of fear, but of calculation. Everything had changed since her younger brother was killed in a drone strike 2 years ago. Collateral damage, they called it. She never got closure. But this mission, smelled like the same silent hand behind that loss. As the final checks came through, she flipped her visor down. Valkyrie, cleared for takeoff. Go like hell. The jet screamed into the twilight, afterburners tearing the sky open. She climbed steep and fast, slicing through the stratosphere like a blade. 10 minutes into flight, the threat radar pinged. Multiple SAM sites, shoulder-launched and fixed emplacement. Someone had given these insurgents serious tech. She veered hard left, decoy flares screaming behind her. Her HUD flared red, a direct lock. Jammer online, she muttered, flicking the electronic warfare switch. Her breathing slowed. She remembered her training. Then came the voice. A scrambled transmission. Valkyrie, this is Eagle 2, they've got the codes, they're going to launch. The signal died. Launch what? Her blood turned to ice. There was only one thing near Beersheba worth launching, Jericho X. An experimental missile platform, nuclear-capable, AI-guided, with adaptive stealth. Still in trials. No warhead yet. But if they launched it, even without payload, the optics would be catastrophic. Israel would respond. Iran would counter. NATO would get involved. Millions could die. Approaching the coordinates, she saw the structure, a concrete ghost embedded in a craggy mountainside, lights dimmed. Heat signatures inside. This was it. She circled once, then again. Nothing. Too quiet. Control, I've got the silo. No launch tower deployed. No movement. Going low recon. She swept past, barely 50 feet above ground. Then, a flash. Anti-air guns roared from hidden recesses. Shrapnel ripped into her wing. Warning klaxons screamed. Jesus! She hissed, yanking the stick. Smoke billowed. Fuel leak. But she was still flying, barely. I'm hit, she barked, requesting immediate support. No time, said Jensen over the radio. Satellite just went dark. They've got jammers. You're on your own. She had a choice, eject and let the insurgents succeed, or take the fight to them. One jet, one pilot, one shot. Alex remembered her brother's face, remembered his laugh, remembered how she promised never to let anyone else die from shadows in the sky. She banked hard, flipped into vertical dive. Valkyrie to Ghost Nest, this ends now. She armed her last Maverick missile, locking onto the faint heat source beneath the mountain. One strike could collapse the entrance, entombing the missiles before launch. But it would also likely kill her. She hesitated. Just one heartbeat. Then she hit the switch. The missile launched. But so did something else. From the base of the mountain, a sleek, dark object shot into the sky, the Jericho X. "Damn it!" she screamed. The blast rocked her jet. Flames licked her cockpit. She wrestled the Falcon back to level flight, HUD barely functional. She had one option left, ramming speed. Alex grit her teeth. No one else dies today. She pulled up, high into the stratosphere, till she was above the missile's trajectory. It was climbing fast, its AI navigation system plotting a course toward an unknown target, likely Tel Aviv or Riyadh. She aligned her battered jet directly above it. A voice crackled through her headset. "Captain Monroe, this is Major Hassan of the Israeli Air Force. We have you on radar. Do not engage. Repeat, do not engage. We have a strike team en route." "No time," she whispered. "Valkyrie out." She dove. Her jet shuddered, buffeted by wind shear. Every alarm blared. The missile was fast, but not faster than her will. At Mach 1.8, she collided with it. The sky exploded. A double shock wave thundered across the desert. For a moment, the world held its breath. And then, silence. 3 days later, a classified report circulated quietly among top military echelons. The Jericho X had been neutralized mid-air. The female pilot's remains were never recovered. But her call sign, Valkyrie, became legend. A memorial was erected at the edge of the Negev desert. The inscription read, "She flew into fire so others wouldn't have to. She was the sword in the sky." And somewhere, in a place satellites couldn't see, a young girl watched the stars and whispered the name of a hero who changed everything.